We are starting some seeds today. These were actually started yesterday, just these two little trays here. You can see we've already got some action. Just on a few of them. These are the mixed lettuce. And this is just 2 paper towels, 2 of the little half sheets still connected. I lay it out across the little lids from our storage containers. Fill those with water, and then I usually kind of drag the paper towel into the corner here where the water collects in this little trough so that it keeps seeping up into the paper towel and keeping it moist. So then here, I've got a little leaf that fell. These are the National Pickling Cucumbers. Got a whole tray of those going. Now these turned out kind of strange the last time we grew them, so we'll see what happens this time. They're more like lemon cucumbers. Just pushing out some of the air bubbles here. I'm just gonna stack them up for now to get them out of the way. We're gonna start a bunch of tomatoes today, a few different varieties. We're gonna do some cucumbers, a few different herbs. I've got some carrots as well and some mixed lettuce, so we have a good variety for this fall planting. Got my middle 3 rows here cleared out. Back row still has some beans hanging in there. Got carrots in the back. The lettuce that I pulled is there next to the carrots, producing seeds for us. Hopefully I didn't damage the roots too much. Got a few bits of lettuce still in here that we're producing. They probably got a later start than the others, so I left those alone. We've got plenty of space to work with here. Also still have to pull, here's some 4 different tomato plants here. Got a little bit of basil getting attacked by the dill, which we still need to clear out a bunch of this front row so that we can make room for our new herb seeds, all of our cilantro, dill, parsley, whatever else we had to go in here. Here's some that can be harvested. Got another lanky one here we're waiting on seeds for. Another little bit that can be harvested. Pull off this brown stuff. Looks like we missed the seeds on this one. See a couple left behind, but I also see a bunch of little babies. Yay! Exactly where it was laying. So those are actually new dill plants. Let's pull back this grass. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 right there. I also see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got a good amount started already. That's exciting. All by accident. There's a few seeds here I can try to collect. My hands are all dirty though. Oh, I got one. Now that my hands are clean, got some seeds. So that's super exciting. I'm gonna pinch onto those and just pop the whole head off here. Very carefully tuck it into a napkin to let that dry out some because it did rain all night. And look, we actually have some new growth on our little dill plant here. Of course, it's not going to focus for you. You'll just have to believe me. So we'll let that one hang in. He looks like he got a later start. Still got some harvestable material on it, where the other ones are quite done. So I actually just went ahead and wet the napkin that I put those dill seeds in. If I can get it apart, there we go. So hopefully they will sprout. I was going to also sprout some more dill anyway, so might as well try out our brand new seeds since they're already wet from the rain. So we've got our doubled up paper towel here on my little plastic tray. You can do this a million different ways. This is just the way that I do it. We always have a ton of these little storage containers with extra lids, so it's just something accessible for me. It's a super windy day today. It's the worst day to be doing this right now. Here are our basil seeds. They are not organic seeds, but we do grow them organically. These were either super cheap or given to me. A lot of these I've actually had for a long time. Let's see, 20 cents. I think when the virus started, I just grabbed like a ton of these cheaper seeds just to have, because they said they weren't going to even be selling them anymore. So organic or not, I just hoarded a whole bunch of seeds back in March, April. So we've got a few different herbs we're going to do: cilantro, dill, parsley, and more basil. Also our evergreen bunching onion, our green onions, and our chives. So those are the first things we're going to be starting in our seed tray over here. Start with the basil. Very gently sprinkle across, space them out as best you can, because as they start to grow, their little roots will intertwine. Still have plenty of seed left in there. There's a good 20 plants down there, I'd say. So then we just flip over the paper towel. And again, I want to get some of the paper towel down in this little bit of trough in the tray here. So it keeps seeping up the water. Get it nice and flat on the seeds. And that is our basil. And sometimes I do put a little label here. I actually am on the basil because I don't remember what those seeds look like. The lettuce and the cucumber I definitely remember. parsley and chives. I don't really remember either. Got a different type of tray here this time. It's already got water in it. Just lay my paper towel down. We're gonna do all of the different tomato seeds in there. I think that's it. So we've got the little cherry tomatoes, the Roma tomatoes, these little pear tomatoes, which are super cute and delicious. And then we've got the bigger tomatoes, the rainbow blend. So we'll get some nice color. 70 days till harvest. 49 days to harvest. Got a good 60 to 90 days, so 78 on that one. 75 to 80. So we should definitely get a good harvest before frost. Go ahead and start sprinkling seeds. We plant the tomatoes all together, so I don't think there are any left in this one actually. There aren't, so scratch the cherry tomatoes. Hatch. Hi, little baby. So here are the Roma tomatoes going in. Still have a good amount of seed left in there, so that's plenty for one little tomato garden. Here are some of the little pear tomatoes. Little teeny baby seeds compared to the Roma. Spread those out some. So that was actually just the little pear tomatoes and the Roma tomatoes. We didn't have any seeds in the rainbow pack either. These were just in the wrong place. So we'll close this batch up. These are all our little tomato seeds. Smush the paper towel down so it's touching all the seeds. Get all the air out if you can. And we'll put some more water in here to keep feeding through the day and night. Just a small little trickle. Pour a little of that out. Squeeze out some of this air. And we'll set these aside. Got our iceberg lettuce here. Just gonna do a few of those. That was over 10, actually. I'm just gonna do seeds in a row here, and it's already wet, so I can't label it with my marker. So I'm just gonna rely on the video we have. Next, the carrots. Good amount of those, so we can freeze at least the carrot juice. That's what I would typically do for smoothies. And what next here? Cilantro. Let's go ahead and do the onion and chives. They're kind of a matching bunch. Go ahead and do a bunch of that because I can dry out some chopped up chives and green onion. can use as spices for the winter. I'm trying to open this packet one hand while I'm talking here. Hatch is right by my feet. Hi, buddy. There we go. Okay, why not just do the whole pack. Again, we can chop this up, dry it out, use it through the winter in all of our meals. Just like the dried minced onion you get at the store. So there we go. We have iceberg lettuce, carrots, green onion, and chives. Just close this back up. Drip some more water. Again, you want to pull it toward one end or one side so it keeps collecting that water. Got a rogue seed there, it's alright. And I'll add that to the bunch. So here are all the seeds we started. Just sitting outside on this piece of treated wood we have. They're all nice and wet, plenty of water in its little trough, feeding into the napkin. I'll just add a little bit throughout the day, make sure it doesn't dry out. So that's the only job now, is keeping them wet until they're ready to plant, which should be in just a few days for some of them, because we did already have some lettuce starting down here. Got some little roots. You want to wait till they at least have their first set of leaves, and then typically I would put them in tiny pots. This summer, or this spring actually, I just put them straight into the ground, and we had a lot of issues with bugs eating the tops of our little plants. So if you're having that problem, you can go ahead and put them in small pots, let them get a little more mature, let them get 2, 3, even 4 sets of leaves before you put them in the ground, and they're going to be much more resistant to any pests or issues that you're having. So this is our fall planting. I've got the dogs tied together. Danja, are you babysitting your brother? Huh? Hatch has been barking on the chain. We can't trust him to be off the chain because he chases cars, so... Right, buddy? Is Danjo babysitting you so you don't run away? That's my boy.